Socios is the first of its kind in fan influence and rewards. Through the Socios app, you can influence the team you love, connect with other fans, trade, and compete for rewards. Socios.com is the official crypto wallet and trading exchange for some of the biggest sports teams and franchises in the world, like FC Barcelona, Juventus, the UFC, and now they are an official partner of the Memphis Grizzlies and FedEx Forum. Download the Socios app wherever you download your apps, create an account, participate, and win. Don't put off getting your oil changed, Memphis. The Grizzlies' official partner. Take 5 oil changes faster than you think. There's no appointment needed. There isn't even a waiting room. Yep, you heard that correctly. Take 5 oil changes so fast you don't even have to get out of your car. You can take advantage of Take 5's fast, friendly, and simple service at any of their locations across the Memphis area. And remember, at Take 5, you stay in your car because they're faster than you think. That means you won't even have time to show off your perfect jump shot or your killer crossover. Take 5, the stay in your car 10-minute oil change.
Taco Bell has all the classic flavors you're craving. Order them ahead on the Taco Bell app for quick pickup in the drive-thru, or get them delivered right to your door. Are you a true Taco Bell fan? Join our team and eat for free, plus score flexible hours, scholarships, and more. Apply at jobs.tacobell.com today. Hours and participation may vary by location. Additional terms and fees may apply. Franchisees are independent operators and are responsible for their own employment practices and benefits.
Hey, here's your 4 grilled cheese double burgers. Enjoy your Sonic.
So, could you ever over-cheese something?
Can you over-achieve?
No, not over-cheese. Over-cheese.
What do you get when you combine 2 cheesy, craveable classics? The Sonic Grilled Cheese Double Burger. Made with 3 slices of melty American cheese layered between 2 100% pure seasoned beef patties and held together by thick Texas toast. Try one half price when you order in the Sonic app. Exclusions apply. See app for details. Limited time only at participating Sonic drive-ins.
Represent Every Day, presented by Delta Dental of Tennessee, is an incentive-based program focused on keeping youth K through 6th grade engaged in school in order to combat truancy. In partnership with Shelby County Schools and with the help of Delta Dental of Tennessee, the Grizzlies are focused on reducing chronic absenteeism among the most impacted schools in the Mid-South. Students in the program have the opportunity to win fun and unique prizes by going to school every day and being engaged in the classroom. For more information on the program, visit grizzlies.com/community/education today.
LifeCare Ambulance is proud to be an official partner of the Memphis Grizzlies and FedEx Forum. At LifeCare, they wear their hearts with pride. Their passion is their people. They want you to love what you do and where you do it. Their employee-driven culture encourages a healthy work-life balance and supportive work environment. They invest in your success and well-being so that you can provide the best care for the patients that they serve. Join the incredible team of EMTs and paramedics in Memphis, Nashville, and across the nation today. Learn more at lifecareamb.com.
Welcome to Rise and Grind in the Grind City Media Studios. Now, here's Jessica Benson.
What's up, everybody? It is time to rise and grind. A little delayed edition with some technical difficulties this morning, but we are here in the Grind City Media Studio, and we had to at least get something on the air because we have a very special guest. Back is Meghan Triplett. Here. Come on, I've been leaning, waiting for somebody to
Meghan, wait. I know it's been a while.
Yeah.
I know you're not used to this, but you're supposed to use this mic right here.
Oh, is that the mic?
That's the mic you're supposed to use.
Why did you wait till this very moment?
Because Meghan, I thought you were a capital P professional. I didn't know I needed to remind you about which mic you needed to use.
So I'm like, I'm now so thrown off.
It's so
Usually
close.
You sit there.
I know.
We did this at the beginning of the show.
Yeah, but then we spaced out.
And then we spaced out because of, the pandemic. Right.
Distancing.
But it's so weird. But it doesn't feel weird being here. I feel like I was just here less than a month ago.
You were.
And I'm back.
You are. You're back because the Brooklyn Nets are playing the Memphis Grizzlies at FedEx Forum tonight. It's your first road trip.
It is. And it happens to be Memphis. And so I feel as if it's like just written in the stars for this to play out like this. But I am really excited about being here. It is kind of really weird. It's a really weird feeling, even like coming in and being like, I'm a visitor, I'm a guest. Like I'm not anyone who can just like swipe in and just like roam around and be the Meghan. But it is cool to like see a lot of people because I felt as if like everything happened so fast, and so I didn't get to say goodbye to a lot of people. And so, you know, even seeing Yvette downstairs, getting to talk to her. So I'm excited about doing that throughout the game. But it's going to be really, really weird for me.
Is it going to be hard to balance everything? Because like you still have to work.
I think
you are
so.
the Yes Network sideline reporter for the Brooklyn Nets, but you're also Meghan Triplett coming back to Memphis and getting to hang out and see everybody.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be like I have it planned where I'm gonna get here a little early so that I can, you know, roam around and walk around to see some of my favorite security guards, some of my favorite, attendants here, and say hello. I also don't think a lot of people know that I've left because I've gotten a couple of text messages, especially opening night. Opening night was both for the Brooklyn Nets and for the Grizzlies, and so I got a couple of texts like, "Hey, where are you? Looking for you?" And then I was like, awkward moment. Actually, I don't work there anymore, but like cheering them on from afar. But I'm actually with Brooklyn, so I do think that it's going to be also like, hey, now everybody can know and see, because you guys know I'm awful at posting. I'm awful at communication in general.
You finally posted.
I did.
You posted something on your Instagram. So now people have no excuse not to know.
That's true. But then you also realize it goes back to full circle that not everybody's social media like us. I think that if I post it, then everyone should know. No, it's not how it works out.
Well, it's exciting. It's so early in the season, but you get the 2-1 Grizzlies coming off of a weekend where they beat the Rockets. Ja Morant went absolutely absurd in Houston Friday, and then they lose to the Mavs, and it's like, oh, you really hope they get some depth back coming up. Dillon Brooks is questionable, from the Grizzlies side of things, a team you are so very familiar with still. Yeah. They would love Dillon Brooks to be out there to try to take a handle at Kevin Durant, to try to take a handle at this Nets team, period. But what have you learned from the Nets in 2 games? They're 1-1. What's this team like?
I learned that they're building. I think when you have a Nets team that's gone through a lot during the offseason, and then you have a lot of guys coming off of injury. We're still waiting to hear about Steph Curry, and hopefully we'll get an update today, even for today's game. But Joe Harris is back as well. TJ Warren is still out. And then you have Ben Simmons, who hasn't played a game in over a year. You have a lot of guys kind of like trying to work their way back into this like lineup and rotation, and also just getting their legs under them. So I think they're like building something. The first game of the season on Wednesday didn't go as planned against the Pelicans, which I still think the Pelicans are a team to like look out for in the Western Conference, and I hated seeing Zion go down last night and hearing about his hip contusion. But the Pelicans, that didn't go as great. But then you saw what happened against the Toronto Raptors, and you could tell that with every single game, Ben Simmons is finding his groove. Kyrie Irving had a great night. KD's having a great night. You add the new additions like Royce O'Neal and Joe Harris is back. And so I think they're just building on something. I think it's still too early. Yes, that first game, we were all kind of like, how's this going to go? Like, this is kind of what we were concerned and worried about. But from what I saw against the Raptors, I'm like, okay, we know the offense is going to be there. Defensively, they're looking impressive. They're no like Grizzlies defense or the Pelicans defense out here, but they're building that to get to that level.
Well, a big piece of that is getting Ben Simmons back into the mix. He had a very Draymond Green-esque stat line from their win over the Raptors. But what have you gotten to learn about Ben Simmons? You're around him. This is obviously a huge season for him, getting back on the court, getting back to the game after being away for a pretty significant period of time. But how has he meshed with what they're trying to do?
He's so happy just to be back on the court. And I know that, everything that he went through from injury to just, taking care of himself mentally, he's so happy to be back, and he's so happy to be in Brooklyn. He's living in Brooklyn, bought a place in Brooklyn. He's like engulfed into the culture and into the environment. And with the guys that he has around him, he's talked about it several times that they have his back. He doesn't feel as if he's on an island alone by himself, who are going to throw them out there. And they don't want to throw anybody under the bus. Him and Patty Mills have history playing for, Team Australia. And they have that like kind of brotherhood, and Katie and Kyrie, they've gone through what he's gone through, injury. Everyone's gone through injury before, where you had to sit out for a little bit, and what that can do to you mentally. They have each other's back, and I think he's excited to get back to his full self. And he'll say, I'm not the full 100% Ben Simmons yet. It's going to take time. Like, give me a moment. But he knows what he has to do. And, one thing that he said after practice the other day was, I have to be the motor. I have to be the engine. And he's aware of that. He knows he's going to be that point guard. And, Ben has to be just as aggressive as the whole entire team, but he leads that charge.
What's the vibe check? Because you were around a Grizzlies team that, frankly, is just kind of like a step above all else. Like they just loved each other so much. You experienced it here, and now you go into a situation in Brooklyn where there was some drama in the offseason. It's fine. A new season starts. You turn a new page, and everyone seems to be on board with it. But how do you evaluate what it's like to watch this Nets team as they try to not just like put things together on the court, but put things together friendliness-wise as well?
From what I've seen, like even like when I was, in and out during training camp and like seeing them at practice and now like seeing them a lot, now more on a full-time basis, they really do trust each other. I compared it the other night on our broadcast to families go through stuff. And sometimes like you got to lay it all out there to like move on. We've all gone through relationships. No relationship is perfect. You got some highs, you got some lows. But when you get to your lowest point, it helps you get back to that high level because you've already laid everything out. And I think you've really seen that because they can't go through anything else. Like nothing can get worse than what they kind of went through. And you can tell that they trust each other. They're building some type of like, they already have that brotherhood and that friendship, but you're also seeing it on the court. Even at practices, there's so many various times where a lot of guys are off on the side talking and communicating. And I know I will say it's very different than the Grizzlies. I can't even compare because everyone keeps asking me, compare. And I was like, well, the Grizzlies, it was a young group, It's a whole lot.
It's like a college team. I mean, we said it all the time, but it's true.
It's different than that, but it's still on this kind of like, I still see a friendship and like a brotherhood. I still see that every single day, but it is different than the Grizzlies, but it's no knock to it. I'm just not used to seeing, I see more 21, 22-year-olds and like, and they're joking, they're laughing. It's more of like, it's a business sometimes on the court. But when you see off the court, you can tell that there's a friendship and a bond.
Yeah, that is cool. Also very cool, Yes Network is everywhere. I was staying at a friend's house in Salt Lake City 2 weekends ago.
You had it?
They had Yes Network. There wasn't a game at the time, but I was like, if there was, I could watch Meghan. We had someone text us from the wedding who was like, wait, I recognize this person on Yes Network. Like, huge Nets fan, huge just New York sports fan, period. How has it been transitioning into Memphis is forever home for you? But you are in like a massive market now, and being in New York and being on Yes Network, what's it been like in like the early turnaround here?
I try to not think about it because that can get me like really, really like
You're
anxious and like overwhelmed a little bit. I will say that I know it's everywhere. You're right, and it's an amazing group of people to work for. The network is amazing. They have a great team. But when you meet Ian Eagle and like Sarah Kustok and Ryan Ruocco, and like I've always watched them. I've seen them on various networks. They have so many jobs. Number one, but they're so down to earth. Like there's nothing that so it doesn't. I don't feel that way. I feel that way when you turn the TV on or people are watching and people are posting about like, oh man, everyone's seeing this, or a lot of eyes are on that Kyrie Irving interview because it was the first win. It's the first time we've gotten to talk to Kyrie like in that level of seeing him happy after a win and having a message to the fans. But when that camera goes off, everyone is so down to earth. It's like a family. My producer Frank is amazing. They made me still feel that way. Yes, Memphis is always going to be home. Y'all are always going to be family. I have so much history here. But I feel like I'm just building a second group of family. I'm just like, okay, I'm going to go over here for a little while. Like I'm going off to college for like 4 years or whatever, and I'm building something new.
Once upon a time, CJ said if any of us left the show, we'd be dead to him, and he's been pretty quiet over there. So, wow, you text.
I did text because people in the chat were like, when's Meghan coming? When Meghan's coming? When is Meghan? I didn't take. Did I take pictures and send you? Because
you did take a picture.
Wow, it was top down. It was like, oh, the Nets are coming. Is Meghan coming? Is Meghan coming? Is Meghan coming? Is Meghan. Just wanted her to know that.
Is that what it sounded like to you?
In my head, it's like, yo.
I've watched the show. I've watched it on my TV that's sitting on the floor as I still wait for my stuff to arrive to Brooklyn. But I've watched, and I don't know. I see the chat, but I don't know how to like do the chat on my TV.
Take your remote and click on the chat feature.
Can you respond? Like the individual letters?
Well, then you'll have to type it individually into
like
your remote.
Just get on your phone.
Or get on your phone and do it.
That makes more sense too. But at the time, I was just watching, and I was like, oh, I don't know how to, like, I saw my name. I was like, oh, I don't know how to.
Or you got my number. You can text me.
And I tuned in because Jessica and I had talked, and she had told me that she was going to be out, and CJ was hosting. And I was like, oh, I got to tune in to this. I got to see what CJ is going to do and see, because he's always talked about, when the ladies are gone, he's going to like just like have a big old party. And he was there was no one jumping off tables or pie going through someone's face.
Still have not jumped off a table, although he has threatened to get us fired multiple times.
There was you didn't watch the whole thing because
I didn't watch the whole thing.
Yeah, because there was a great picture from Walmart. They had their pajamas out there, their onesies and everything. It was a great picture. I'll show you the picture.
Okay,
I'll show it to you. It was outside. What's a Costco situation like? What's going on with that?
Oh yeah, I did go to Costco. I did. There's a Costco right across the street from the practice facility. So like it. Oh, I'm gonna caught it. It does. I didn't say it. I said I said that.
Shoot.
Mama Triplett. I spent all day with Mama Triplett yesterday. She told me to tell you guys hi.
Oh, we miss Mama Triplett.
She's amazing.
Mama Triplett better not watch the show.
Especially not on Wednesdays.
Oh, why?
Let's just say CJ has a lot of stories that he would like to talk about.
On Wednesdays particularly.
And we save them for Wednesdays.
What's the segment called?
WTF Wednesdays.
Okay.
And it's his opportunity to shine. Some things have been vetoed, some things have been allowed.
Okay.
It's kind of a delicate balance.
I was like, how is the show going without me?
It's hard.
I saw I was at dinner. I was at dinner on Saturday, and the Grizzlies game was on because I flew here Saturday.
Yeah.
And saw the Rise and Grind new commercial, and I was like, oh my gosh! I even look, you guys saw it, watched it. I was like, oh, I feel like I'm now a fan. I just get to sit back and be a fan, watch the Grizzlies game from the bar, and I was like, okay. And that was a game they didn't play great, but
no, were you able to watch any of the other Grizzlies games?
I did. Okay. I were. So here's the thing, and I know my parents are gonna hate that I say this because like this is how and when people are like, oh, you're gonna part ways from us and da 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 da, and I'm like, that's not the case whatsoever. I'm always gonna be a fan of the Grizzlies. You guys know that. But opening night, and my parents have they got Yes Network, they got NBA League Pass.
Yay!
But opening night, because both of our opening nights were the same day. Where were my parents? I know Jessica knows.
At the Grizzlies game.
At the Grizzlies game.
That's
It's like we had it on the phone, and had it in our headphones, but we couldn't miss the Grizzlies.
Mm-hmm.
So that just tells you how nothing's changed. Nothing has changed whatsoever. Yeah.
It's an amazing world we live in now. Everything exists
Yes.
right here. They're like, look, Megan, we're all at the Grizzlies game together.
Right. My mom's like, we just have two teams now. We have the Nets can be our Eastern Conference team. I think tonight's gonna be hard for them. It's gonna be weird for them. But I have from what I have seen from the Grizzlies, this Grizzlies group, I'm really excited about seeing them live. I mean, was blessed to see Ja for the last 3 years, and you always every year you're like, how much more can this person do?
Yeah.
Like how much more can he do out there, and especially because of starting the season without Jaren, without Dylan, without Zaire, and him leading that charge, but also some other guys like John Conchar stepping into that, and Santi Aldama. I'm like, once again, we talked about it all the time for the last 3 years about how Taylor Jenkins and Zach Kleiman have found guys who are always have that same mindset and mentality. They can be from across the country, different colleges, different other coaches, but they still can come into this culture and just buy in. And so I'm excited about seeing kind of how they match up against Brooklyn. But I do think for the Nets, we've had some tough competition. We have a really tough first 20 game schedule. We have 5 back-to-backs in our first 20 games. And we're taking on so many teams that made it to the playoffs in our first couple of games. So we've had that with the Pelicans and the Raptors, and now coming after this, we have the Bucks as well. But I do think for the Grizzlies, this will be a really, really great, just a great, eye level, just kind of see where they kind of all match up.
Yeah, it feels like a measuring test, which again, so early in the season isn't always fair, but it really did feel like fatigue caught up with the Grizzlies in Dallas because you did have 3 games in 4 nights to open the season, and now you're having 4 games in 6 nights, and it's just not helpful when you're down 2 starters plus Zaire Williams. Hopefully Dylan Brooks gets back tonight.
Yeah.
He was questionable going into the game on Saturday in Dallas, and the thought was, questionable usually leads to he's going to play.
Right.
He doesn't. He's questionable again going into tonight. They really need him out there. But in the meantime, it was spectacular. The Dallas game just became a mess. And Luka Doncic is Luka Doncic, and having to roll out there with Desmond Bane trying to guard him, John Conchar trying to guard him. David Roddy, for goodness sake, goes from 6 months ago guarding the Mountain West Conference competition to guarding Luka Doncic. Welcome to the NBA. Ja's going to do everything he can in the meantime. It's it really does feel an MVP candidacy type season ahead.
I feel like Ja every season is going to feel like an MVP, championship, finals, everything. We know that. I feel like that's on his, if he was to have a dream board or some type of every single morning or affirmations, I feel like all that is written for Ja
Championship, MVP. Championship, MVP.
He shows it every single night that's what he is striving to do. This is a team that wants to win a championship. And the Grizzlies are I mean, they already, I think, I'll always be biased. But I do think that they've already gotten that respect on so many different levels from across the league. But even how they have started, even how John Morant has started, and like the points that he's averaging in the first, 3 games for what he has done, like this is a team that no one's like looking past. I even know like Ben was asked about Ja coming after the Raptors when in the locker room, he was just like, it's going to be tough. Like that Ja guy is like amazing. Katie loves Ja. And so it's going to be interesting to kind of see them all out there. I think if you think back to it, it feels so interesting because the last time we saw these two match up was the big ESPN game. And I know it wasn't, we had guys out, and it wasn't from the Brooklyn Nets side of things, but now this is it. I know we want Dylan to be out there. And I would love to have Seth Curry back to 2 tonight to give the fans that moment. But I feel as if this is kind of like the moment we wanted last game. Here it is. You do have Katie. You do have Kyrie. Would love to see Jaren out there as well. But this feels as if it's kind of like a 2.0 of that game.
Yeah, and I mean, Taylor Jenkins brought it up. And it's just going to be the case all season. Like, the Grizzlies don't surprise anyone anymore.
Mm-hmm.
They have a target on their back.
Yeah.
You saw it. Houston, outside of John Morant going off for 49 points and really coming together at the end, like, they were up in that game. Jalen Green came out and played a phenomenal game. And as they continue to try to work around with what they don't have, it's exciting. John Roser just walked into the studio. I feel like you're just going to have reunions all day long. And we'll let you get to them quickly. What's been your favorite thing about living in New York so far? And I know you, live in New York right now because you just moved.
My favorite thing is I feel like I already fit into I just feel so like I fit in because my favorite color, black. Everybody wears all black. Everybody. Yes. And so that's really cool. Working for the team is amazing as well. I had one of those fangirl moments because Nina Parker was sitting courtside and I did a chance to talk to her the last game against the Raptors. Nina Parker was on E! She hosted Nightly Pop and I was just like, and you guys know, I don't have an escape to talk about all of my crazy love for the entertainment pop story. And I was just looking at her and I was like, oh my gosh, I want to say hi to her, but I was so busy. And I was like, So those moments I'm loving them. I forget that when celebrities or whoever comes to New York, it's very often. And you
they
get to
live
see
there.
That too. It is very often. So that's probably my favorite thing. I just feel like I fit right into wearing black all the time.
That's good.
I feel like I can really fit into that. And my sister's there.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited about us. I mean, you guys know we're already close. I don't think our family can get any closer. But if there's a way, I'm excited for us to have this city girl, single girl life of
single gals in New York.
Right. Make it a
It's a Sex
Bravo
and the City
should
reboot.
make it a reality
or a
show.
Bravo show. These are things you can
I'm
add
excited
to
about.
the equation.
Tripping with the triplets.
Just tripping.
That is what we wanted for our reality show.
know.
Tripping with the triplets.
But then my dad had a lot of potential.
Yeah, my dad doesn't. He feels some type of way. He's like, I don't know how.
He doesn't want to put it all out there. I understand. Respect, Dr. Triplett. That's probably a good life decision.
Do you know what my parents had me do last night? You would think that cause my parents are out of town on Saturday, so I saw them yesterday for the first time. They get back in town. What do we got to do? Put a playpen together. It took us over an hour. My dad is dripping in sweat putting this playpen together. So it's like nothing changed. Nothing has changed.
We need some things done around the house. You haven't been pulling your weight, so
in a week. Just left them in a week ago. And they're put this playpen together.
Is there any pop story that you love right now that you have to give a commentary on?
I feel like, oh gosh, a pop story that I love right now.
You're
last night, Beyonce. Did y'all see from her gala? So from her, what's it called?
Oh God, she's back, everybody. Tell us all about Beyonce's
two
gala.
stories. I'll take two stories from the weekend. So Beyonce had her annual gala. I forget what it's called. We Wear Gala, and they auction off a lot of stuff. Okay. So it was announced but not announced. They auctioned off Renaissance tickets. So there is going to be a Renaissance tour 2023. So that's oh my gosh, that's how she announces it. Was at a gala, they had an auction, and you
know
it.
She'll come through Barclays Center, and you'll try to go.
If they tell me I can't get, I'm sneaking in.
What if you're on the road?
Well,
we'll manifest.
Yeah,
you'll be at home.
We'll figure that out. Kim Kardashian celebrated her 42nd birthday over the weekend. She was trying to get to Vegas for. They wouldn't let the plane land to go to Usher, and she had, which I do love. She had an outfit that was in honor of Aaliyah. It was the same that, the little white silver bathing suit top, and Kim looks
stunning,
amazing. I don't know what she's doing, but she looks great. So those are the stories that I have off the top of my head.
Could they not land because of the wind?
I don't know, they said it was weather.
There was some weird weather. That music festival, the When We Were Young, like super emo fest with My Chemical Romance and all that style of bands was in Vegas, where a bunch of people bought online tickets and everything. There's no way this show ever happens. And then people went because it was scheduled to still go on, and Saturday it got canceled. And they ended up playing on Sunday. I had friends there. Yeah. And so they said Sunday was great, but Saturday just got totally wiped because of wind.
Must have been. They made it seem like Kim posted out there, like, we tried to land 2 times. Lala had to go by herself because she flew separately from New York, and she posted, like, I guess I'm by myself for the Usher concert, and she was just like living her best life without all of her girls. And they were supposed to film Kardashians, and the whole crew was already there, so the whole crew got a free Usher concert and got to be off for the night. But those are the 2 stories. And Kanye, I'm trying to not follow.
No. We're not saying his name on the show anymore.
We're not. That's technically not his name anymore. So I'm trying really hard.
Technicality, CJ.
Technically, it's not his name anymore. But I'm really trying not to. I think that's the one that it's like. Yeah, I know we've had our time here on the show talking about it and stuff, but it's like that's the one I'm just like, I would really love for this one to kind of be done.
It's reached such a dangerous place with the anti-Semitism. So we have beelined away from Kanye.
And I'm happy to see that a lot. I mean, I think that there needs to be a more serious conversation about it, and not as like funny stuff anymore. There needs to be more of a serious kind of. And you've seen a lot of companies like pull back and pull aside. I know people are still upset at some other companies who have not who just make a statement or do something, because this is not okay. Yeah. It's just not. And so that's the one that I'm like, I would just love to see no more interviews, please. Like, why are we putting this person on, the airways? Like, we just got to stop. You're giving them a platform. That's what you're feeding into it.
Yeah, it's time to just cut that one off. Well, we've really missed having you here, especially through the Tom Brady Giselle situation.
I still feel bad for him. Why? I mean, like, because when you see them like keep losing, and you're just like, I don't want to say
this is all you ever.
I know
it didn't make it. It didn't have to be this. This is his fault. What do you mean? Feel bad for the guy who's been to all the Super Bowls and got 6, 7 Super Bowl rings?
Now
just leave. Stop playing. Don't risk your family.
On the TV across, you see like, now it's Aaron Rodgers on the ground, but like you see, first of all, the 2 quarterbacks that have made us go up and down with, and Aaron Rodgers is the latest one where I'm just like, oh my gosh, but look how horribly that they're both playing. But for Tom Brady, it hurts because you see him like not playing well, in the back of your head you can't not say, so you risked it all. Like, you risked the one thing that matters. And we don't know the story, but if we're just going off of what we think it is, you're risking it all for this. Like,
Mike Evans dropping wide open touchdown passes, for the run game to stink, for the defense to also stink.
You know who feels this type of way? Rob Gronkowski. He knew when to leave. Even though he had to come back that one time, it's fine. They won Super Bowl for him, so it's great. But he knew.
It's a skill.
He knew to do.
Knowing when to go.
Tom Brady's got 7? How many Super Bowl rings does he have? There's at a certain point, you're just being greedy. And when you get greedy, this is what happens. It got to push away from the buffet table, folks. Know when to say when.
Do you know when to say no to the
God,
buffet table?
No.
I didn't think so.
And Megan, is that a fat person joke? You making fun of my weight?
No, it's not. I just know
Megan, you're making fun of my weight. That's okay. All I'm saying is,
and you have the shirt that Jessica gave you. It's perfect.
All I'm saying is, if you stay at the buffet table and continue to eat, eventually you're going to throw up all over the place. And that's what Tom Brady is doing right now. He's playing football, and he shouldn't be playing football because he got greedy. Now he's vomiting failure all over the place. It is not necessary.
True. You know what's even harder though to live in New York? The Giants are good.
Yeah.
And the Jets. And I'm like,
don't talk. I'm really sad about Breece Hall.
I'm sad about the Titans. We won yesterday, so it's fine.
You did. We listened. So we were in Gatlinburg, Pigeon Forge, Smoky Mountains over the weekend, and driving back, the only game you can get organically on the radio is the Titans. Those broadcasters really have a lot of chutzpah behind them. They were screaming, "What a boring football game to listen to!"
But you don't understand. Like, the Colts run Tennessee. Yeah, they do. But the Titans have won 5 straight. 5 of the last 6 that the Titans have won. The Titans and the Colts, the NFL realigned in 2002. And that's when the Titans and the Colts get in the AFC South. From 2002 to 2017, I found this nugget, and I was going to share it during the show, but since we're pre-recording, from 2002 to 2019, the Titans are 9-27 against the Colts. Reggie Wayne comes out, Titans, Nashville gets the NFL draft. Reggie Wayne comes out, amid a myriad of boos, and Reggie Wayne just lights in the Titans fans, reminding them how sorry they are and how much the Colts run that city.
Yeah.
And since then, the Titans are 5-1. Since Reggie Wayne makes fun of the Titans on national TV, the Titans go 5-1 against the Colts.
See what happens?
Yeah. They don't even need an offensive touchdown.
Yeah, it is hard to have. It's hard to be in New York because like all the teams that I cheer for.
Yeah.
Like it's like foreign up there.
Welcome to my life as a Pac-12 fan in the South. Now you know what the experience is like. You go to a bar, all you want is your game. I don't think we even get that channel.
Yeah,
it's so sad.
It is that part is really really hard. Like I've even gotten league pass to watch the Grizzlies game. So when I'm off, I can watch them still. But it's a really tough situation to be in. One, all my teams are not playing great besides the Grizzlies and Brooklyn. And I told you.
No, I've been. He has been trying to be optimistic about
Who's in first place in the AFC South? Refresh my memory.
I don't care.
Okay, well that's what it's about. It doesn't matter. Being in the playoffs doesn't matter to you people. Mike, you've changed since you've gone to Brooklyn, Megan.
The expectations have gotten
I really do.
Higher.
TSU football is not the greatest right now, but basketball.
They're undefeated in the OVC. They're 3-0 in the OVC.
We lost to who?
Y'all lost. You did lose to Lane College to the Lane College Dragons.
That is like the Titans losing to the Jaguars. I will never forget. I don't care what you do. How long did it take me to forget about us losing to the Jags?
Never. You still remember it. You still bring it up.
Lane 24th, 2022. I guess I still do remember that. The TSU lost to Lane. Do you know how many texts I had to get? Do you know? Lane. And it's not Lane, respect, HBCU, all love. But college game day this weekend. Jackson State Southern. Amazing. I'm in HBCU love. We support it all. But TSU lost to Lane.
Lane College came to Memphis to play a football game against those Tuskegee Golden Tigers.
Yeah.
And Tuskegee won. So that means Tuskegee, transitive property of wins, Tuskegee would beat the hell out of Tennessee State too.
Wow. Probably. So that's how I feel right now.
But if they win the OVC,
it's NBA season, so you're saved.
That's true. I got two teams that I can root for.
And the East-West.
If they win the OVC, Megan.
And we only play each other 2 times, so tonight is the only night that I have to.
When's the other one? Is it Thanksgiving?
November 20th.
That time.
You got to get on that road trip.
Yeah, let me just start making some mental notes. What's your Christmas schedule like?
So we don't have a Christmas Day game because remember,
they put the Knicks on instead.
They put the Knicks on, and we also didn't know what the roster would look like. There was so much uncertainty of that. So we play the 23rd.
Okay.
And we don't play again until the 26th in Cleveland. So I'm going to fly home Christmas Eve, leave Christmas night, and meet the team in Cleveland.
Okay.
So it's just 24 hours, which is not bad.
Cool.
Real quick, a couple of things on Megan's teams. One, if the Tennessee State Tigers win out in the OVC, they go to the FCS playoffs. So you still got that to look forward to. And 2, the Tennessee Titans are 3rd in the bleeping AFC behind the Chiefs and the Bills. What are you guys so down about?
Jessica said it best. It's just like when you turn on these other games and you're watching, and then when the Titans come on, it's just not the same level of excitement or entertainment. It's just kind of I just feel very blah. I'm happy for them, but I just feel very blah. And also, I've told you before, I've been on this ride before. When I see everything else that's centered around them, I'm just I don't know how this is going to go. I'm all here for, I think this NFL season, I'm here for the new storylines. I'm here for the teams that everyone's used to rooting for, like Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers. We knew that, I was still here when the Rams played that, for the Rams to the Bills. I'm here for Matthew Stafford not playing great either. I'm here, I'm not here for it, but
here for a new guard.
I'm here for that this new chapter of this fresh-faced young quarterback like Miami and Tua playing great.
Good to see him last night.
Lamar, hopefully, getting more respect on that level. He deserves the money, and we can keep saying that over and over again. I know he doesn't want to talk about that anymore, but I'm here for that. That's what I like to see.
Yeah. Jalen Hurts, the Eagles,
right?
That's been fun. Goodbye, Tom.
The Jets and the Giants, what is happening? The
Tom
Yankees
Brady
lost
had
last
his
night. What are
opportunity.
you doing?
I know.
That's all I get. My feed is all Yankees nets. Yankees is life. Life up there.
And they fell apart in the ALCS.
As you can tell, I was glued.
I was gonna
glued.
go. I was like, I was like, I had already asked them, like, oh, but this would be a good thing, like a new face. So yes, who doesn't really know baseball that much.
It'd be the best way to usher your way into like being a baseball fan.
Yes.
It's the World Series, but too bad.
Wasted all that time interrupting my college football Saturday for what's my man Aaron Judge's home run chase that wasn't even for the home run record, and they go out like that in their championship series.
And then to the Astros, I know one thing. You never want I still don't feel comfortable with the Astros.
Did you hear some trash cans banging?
Huh?
Did you hear trash cans banging?
No, I did not.
All right, that was there a buzzer?
They're clean now, CJ.
Was it? They banging on trash cans like Doug Funny, Jessica. I know you caught it.
We miss Doug. All right, Megan, it's been awesome to have you.
Yes.
You can come back
Thanks for having me.
anytime you want. But tonight at FedEx Forum, Grizzlies Nets, 7 o'clock. Megan will
Are
be
we
on the
still friends
sidelines for Brooklyn.
during the game?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll wave from up
I didn't even
top.
ask you, CJ. The question was not even directed towards you. I asked Jessica.
Will
if we're
CJ
still
be at the
friends.
game?
Yes, CJ has to be there to support me.
Yeah,
absolutely.
To support me.
All right, sounds good. Well, the three of us will have another reunion tonight at FedEx Forum.
Yes,
But we're so
And
proud of
Can
you.
I say shout out to Robbie because I haven't
Of
seen, I haven't
course.
physically,
He's
I
not
haven't
here,
like,
but
he's not. He's still on return.
Yeah. Well, it's like
leave.
no, he's back, but we got a lot going on.
Okay, well,
this
shout out
time
to
of
Robbie.
year.
I haven't met my godson yet, but I'm super happy for him. I'm super excited.
Your godson is lucky. Get that baby a onesie of your team and watch them come out there and ball
Put
out.
him in a
He's
Jackson
been
State
he's
onesie.
been in Tennessee
State.
onesie.
My bad.
Tennessee 6-0. He's been in Vikings onesies. Vikings, third best team in the NFC right now, right?
Okay.
Get that baby a Tennessee State onesie, and I guarantee you they won't lose a Lane College next time they
Never
play.
lose to Lane again. You'll be fine as long as Robbie's baby wears it.
Okay, perfect. Duly noted.
Yeah.
Duly noted. I'll spoil my godson.
Okay,
That's
sounds
unofficially it, but
That's good. Well, hopefully we'll catch up with you again when the Grizzlies are at Brooklyn later this year. We're so proud of you. We
Thank
love
you.
watching you.
I'm proud of you guys. You guys are doing great. You guys, I love it. I've seen the new segments. I've seen all I saw Hot Mess.
Oh yeah, the
Hot Mess train.
Sadly, weren't able to do the Hot Mess Express starring the Los Angeles Lakers this morning,
Oh.
but alas, we'll get to it.
That shot.
At a later time.
It's like
It's
Yeah.
as bad as expected.
we play LA November 13th. So like, I don't know. Well, if that's the team,
You'll see them then.
we'll see it live. Yeah.
All right, that wraps up a special edition of Rise and Grind. We'll be back tomorrow. Hopefully, no technical difficulties.
Thank you for watching Rise and Grind. Tune in tomorrow at 8 o'clock to hear more from Jessica, right here on Grind City Media.